Oh, what? Hey, this is awkward. Did you know that PSD and its shows are mostly supported by you guys? If you like what we do, make sure to rate the podcast wherever you listen, like Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Subscribe if you haven't. Share your favorite moments with all your friends. And check out our Patreon if you want to give us a little bit of financial support, like a little something in return if you do that. All that stuff really helps, like you wouldn't believe. Thanks so much for everything, and we hope you enjoyed this episode of Pondering Spooky Tapes. That was the worst fucking thing I've ever...
In the deepest and darkest of woods, where not even the light of the moon can penetrate, two vile creatures indulge in dark delights and have conquered their comrades into capitulation. Now they wander these lands watching scary cinema, and there's a good chance you're next. Mandalore and Billy invite you to ponder some spooky tapes.
Alright, listen here, you little freak. You're about ready to experience the joy and wonder of Santa's sleigh. We got a couple of folks on the microphone here. We got big boy Brendan, that's me. We got my friend Billy over there, my friend Mandy over there, and my friend Jen over there. And we're ready to run roughshod all over this podcast.
Why are you the only one with a fucking name? Why are you
Because
the
I'm
only
the
one
big
that's
boy.
the name? You're the big boy and...
Yeah.
Everybody else is smaller
Did
than
you
me.
even say what your name was, or did you
I said
just go,
Big Boy
I'm
Brendan.
Big Boy?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you just called
No.
yourself the Big Boy with your name. I was like, what the fuck? It's Christmas. We're watching Santa's Sleigh. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Crimble.
2005 Santa's Sleigh. Movie starring Bill Goldberg. Honestly, that's like the only interesting thing about this movie is the fact that Bill Goldberg is in
No,
it.
he plays Dracula, remember?
He plays Dracula?
Yeah. Remember the line where they say, I'm Santa Claus, not fucking Dracula?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
and then
see.
he says the R word. This movie was written and directed by David Steinman, who was Brett Ratner's personal assistant, and that's probably the only reason why this movie exists. Starring, like we said, Bill Goldberg, who
Goldberg.
is one of the men with the most life I've ever... Dude, I swear to God, I just, I wanted to, skim real quick through, his history, stories, whatever, his life. Swear to God, he's done so much shit. Football, wrestling, acting, he's done it all. Well, I say he's done it all. He was, his football career was pretty fucking...
That was
negligible.
different.
Man, what was it again? He was a defensive...
He was a defensive tackle. He played 3 years for the Falcons and recorded 11 tackles in the NFL.
Yeah, 11 tackles, and one of them is 0.5 of a sack.
I found most of them on tape for Billy.
They put them all in on the NFL YouTube, and it's really depressing to watch. If you want to have a depressing watch,
It's a minute and a half.
It's a minute and a half. One of them, the tackle happens next to him, and he falls on his face. It's It's Bill Goldberg football. He also played in the CFL Canadian Football League, which I think is very funny.
But the day that we watched this, Billy texted me a couple hours before and said, how much do you know about I forgot what it was. It was the World Football, whatever the European one was
WFLA.
called. Yeah, WFLA.
WFLA.
It's nothing, but I'm assuming you want me to look up Bill Goldberg playing football. Then I had to tell Billy that if you ever see a WWE superstar that played football, there's a reason that they became a WWE superstar. They were probably not great at football.
It's usually great athlete, not good at football.
God, what was his name? There was a wrestler, not really a wrestler. Was it Mondo? Here comes Mondo. I think it was Mondo.
Are you talking about the guy
Steve
from...
McMichael.
Are you talking about the guy from Blazing Saddles? Mongo?
Yeah, Mongo. No,
Mongo.
Steve McMichael. Steve
Yeah.
McMichael was big in WCW on the commentary desk and in a ton of stuff for the WWF and then WCW. And that was one of the more prominent, I think, wrestlers were from the Foots and Ball because he was a Super Bowl champion.
Oh, there
Man,
you
what a weird
go.
connect.
Your knowledge is a little too obscure for me. I'm staring blankly at you.
We're in Brendan's territory now. This is
You're in my territory, my wrestling
Wrestle
territory.
time.
We're in his what's those cage matches called?
Hell in a Cell.
We're in a hell in
We're
a
in a
cell.
hell in a cell with Brendan, and
is
I'm rattling the cage.
with big boy Brendan, and we're just a normal us, and we're getting our fucking ass annihilated.
Another wrestler who was in the National Football League and in the Canadian Football League, Darren Drozdov, who was a wrestler. He passed away this year, I believe, in June. But he was actually an okay wrestler. His big gimmick, why he was hired as a wrestler from football, is that he could make himself vomit on command.
Dude, why?
Yeah.
That's so gross. I fucking hate that.
So is it just like he gets hit with a chair and just starts puking, basically?
His nickname was Puke, yeah.
Oh.
His nickname was Puke. He's one of the more sadder stories in wrestling, unfortunately. He did get, I believe, his neck broken in 99, and then the rest of his life he was wheelchair bound.
Oh my god.
Yep. But I think, yeah, he played with the Jets, the Eagles, and the Broncos. There are a ton of football connections and, like, of course, amateur wrestling connections within wrestling, because you got big guys, and when they can't really play competitive ball anymore, you just push them into wrestling. Like, that's the next avenue for them.
These guys are athletes. It's just that, you know, sometimes you're a great athlete, but you're not in the right sports or in the right place, right time. It happens, right?
Yeah, I mean, Brian Pillman, Hacksaw Jim Duggins, Vern Gagne, Lot Vader was in football. Ernie Ladd, Ron Simmons was also a football player, and he's freaking awesome, and I love him.
But how many of them were in Santa's sleigh?
How many of them were in Santa's sleigh? 2, actually.
2, yeah. Who's the other one? I can't.
That was Zeus. His WWF name was Zeus. Let me look it up again real quick, because I can't remember. Tommy Lister Jr. He was a gas station clerk.
I think the only people I recognized in this movie was Bill Goldberg, and Fran Drescher was in the beginning.
She was in the beginning, and she went, Santa?
She did.
Santa?
One of the funniest fucking laughs ever, dude. I just want to move on and talk real quick about the other stars, because we got another connection, like a Pondering Spooky Tapes alumni in this movie. In fact, in the starring role. This has been twice that we get this guy in the lead role. Douglas Smith, lead of the Bye Bye Man, who plays the kid in this movie.
Oh,
I didn't know that. I didn't recognize him.
I also did not recognize him.
The guy... Oh, he's the one that calls his girlfriend the R slur.
He does do that.
He does do that. There you go. I mean, this movie has a bunch of slurs. Who cares?
It's only got like 2 to 3.
Goldberg could say whatever he wants.
But every
Check out
time
the
it happens, it's
slorometer.
funny.
Check the slorometer and see where we're at. Oh, 5.
Whoa. But yeah, no, Douglas Smith, lead of the Bye Bye Man. He is the lead in this movie as well. So that's twice. Let's see if we can get a thrice going. And Émilie de Ravin, she was in Lost for a lot of it.
Once Upon a Time.
She was in Once Upon a Time, but most importantly, she was the lead actress in the classic Robert Pattinson movie, Remember Me.
Is that where he ends up at 9/11?
That's
I thought you were gonna say
that's the secret 9/11 movie.
I thought you were gonna say Water for Elephants, and I was gonna get really excited, but you didn't say Water for Elephants, so I'm not excited.
Oh, sad. No, it's the secret 9/11 movie.
It was kind of a secret.
I mean, it literally is. There's no reason why it's a 9/11 movie, but it kind of just happens.
I'll go to my new job, and my new job is at 9/11.
Yeah, he turns on the radio and looks outside, and it says like, I don't remember how the scene goes, but
Today is
it's
September
9/11.
11th, 2001.
Yeah.
The camera, like, I've never
out.
seen the movie. I've only seen the ending.
Nobody
It's
has.
people just looking really melancholy, and then it shows Robert Pattinson just like standing in a building, and the camera keeps panning out and panning out. And you see he's standing in the World Trade Center.
He's in the World Trade Center, and I think there's a radio going on, and he's like, "We are having a great day today, 11th of September, 2001. Let's get this day going." And then you hear plane sound.
Santa takes the town.
Santa takes the town.
He really does, though. He really does, though.
Hey,
He does.
before we talk about the movie, I was not done with my Goldberg talk. Because Goldberg is the lead actor in this movie. He is Santa. He does do a couple of wrestling moves within the movie, and those were really cool. There's a mention about Santa Slay the movie, but I wanted to get y'all's opinion on a little tidbit about Goldberg's wrestling career.
Excited to learn.
Goldberg,
Yeah.
He had a 173 match win streak in WCW. That was like his big thing. He came out, he beat people. 173 televised matches.
He was liked.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think they include house shows.
Well, I remember as a kid growing up, like all the wrestling commercials had Goldberg in them. It's like, it's Goldberg. He's here.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, after watching this movie and talking about Goldberg while we were like during the commentary track, which is available on pleasestopshopping.com, that was really smooth. We all like, I swear to God, I've been watching TV shows and movies recently and he keeps popping up and I never fucking
Once
thought
you're
about
aware
it.
of Goldberg, he will keep popping up in things. He's everywhere.
I mean, he literally has a TV show called The Goldbergs, doesn't he?
No, he is in that as a character. Though. He is in it.
Goldbergs.
It's
Is
funny.
he
It's
just
funny you
in
say
that
that
show?
because the main character about the Goldbergs is about like this family, and it's like narrated by what is it? Is it Patton Oswalt?
What the fuck? I thought that was a show he was in.
He's in it.
Yeah.
He is in it. He's a gym teacher in
Oh.
it. He is
Okay,
actually Goldberg is in the Goldbergs.
I picture like the Nutty Professor, but Goldberg plays like his entire family instead of Eddie Murphy.
I would definitely want to watch that over the Goldbergs. I'm not gonna lie. My wife sometimes has had that show on, and I'm just like, it's just one of those 80s nostalgia shows where it's like, this is my family back in the 80s.
Yeah, this is not it. I was watching fucking Kim Possible, I think, and I just heard it. I just heard his voice, and I was like, oh my God,
He's there.
What the fuck? Yeah. I was watching that, and then I was like, I can't remember what TV. Dude, he's in fucking everything.
Goldberg,
It's wild.
with his 173 match streak and his 174 days as WCW World Heavyweight Champion, I want each of you to take a guess without looking it up. Do not Google this. How do you think his streak and his championship reign ended?
What
was
that? What were his active years? It was
It was the 90s. So it was the 90s.
Okay.
90s to, and this for his streak, it was about 97 to I think 99.
When you say
Okay.
ended, is it an event inside the world of wrestling, or was it something he did outside of it?
It was an event within the world of wrestling. His
Okay.
streak ended. His streak ended because of a wrestling thing.
Was it The Rock getting?
The Undertaker got him?
popular?
Now
Oh.
WCW, not WWF. That's a different
I
company.
don't fucking know.
Right?
I don't know. I don't
That
know.
was before the merge.
That was before the merge. The merge happened in 2001.
This is also something I don't know about, so I don't know. So
There were
okay.
two wrestling federations
this is-
before they got merged.
I know the WWF.
Out of this
was a
question, you don't
thing.
have to actually think. I want you to just come up with a scenario in which you think that you would end Goldberg's streak. You have this big beefy guy. How do you think Goldberg should be defeated, or how do you think Goldberg would be defeated before I reveal the reality?
Undertaker hits him with a chair, or some some exceptionally tiny man like blows air at him and he falls over.
Well, that's actually getting pretty close.
What?
10 and Billy, what do
Really?
you think?
He pooped himself during his entrance and he had to give up.
No, that's
He had
Chris
to
Jericho.
throw
That's
in-
Chris Jericho
he had to
pooped his
throw in the
pants in the
towel.
ring.
Was that a thing?
Oh, did he? Wow.
No fucking way that was a thing.
Chris
He-
Jericho
like
pooped his
fan?
pants in the ring. Yeah, because he knew he was going to be in Terrifier 3 and he was terrified of it.
Oh, he is in Terrifier 3. He's going to be in the asylum at the end of Terrifier 2, yeah.
Just like his wife and mother-in-law were at the January 6th riots, so too is Chris Jericho going to be in Terrifier 3.
Is that real? That's really funny. We're having a great day.
So what did take down the Goldberg?
What? A small man made him shit his pants. I don't know.
So there was a faction called the NWO, the New World Order. This was big in WCW
Yes.
because they were
Oh,
like
yeah.
they were huge. It was like Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and it was the big like thing. WCW for a while beat out Vince McMahon's company as like the big company because of this push from the NWO. However, this moment where Goldberg lost is considered one of the beginning death knells of WCW because it leads to a major
The
event.
way you talk about this is so strange. Like the big event. It sounds like you're talking about.
I
it's
will
more.
mention the big event, then we can start talking about the movie. So Goldberg had
sorry,
a
no,
match
it's
against
just
Kevin
like-
Nash. Kevin
Yes.
Nash is this big 6 foot, like 8, huge guy. They had a match. And he lost to Kevin Nash, not cleanly, mind you. His friend Scott Hall, who was also part of the NWO, jumped into the ring and shocked Goldberg with a taser so that Kevin Nash could
Did he
pin.
piss his pants?
Well, maybe. Kevin Nash then pinned Goldberg, ended his streak because his friend tased Goldberg. The following week, Kevin Nash allowed Hulk Hogan to poke him, and he fell, and then Hulk Hogan pinned Kevin Nash for the title.
Oh my
the
God.
fuck?
And it's called the finger poke of doom because Kevin Nash just
finger poke
yeah, it
of
is. In
doom.
wrestling, it is called the finger poke of doom because Kevin Nash allowed Hulk Hogan to poke him with a finger. He fell down jokingly, and then Hulk Hogan pinned him 1, 2, 3 for the title. That is why
Dude.
Goldberg's reign ended with not a bang, but the wimpiest of whimpers, because it literally escalated and led to the full death of an entire company.
That is so fucking crazy. Dude, it's like hearing about EVE Online for me with like wrestling, because I don't really like watching wrestling, but hearing about wrestling is so interesting to me because there's like companies dying over like a finger poke. That's crazy.
They die over the events in the storyline.
That's so insane.
It's because of the booking. Like, if you book your show like shit, your shit is going to fail. Goldberg returned in his 50s and had a bunch of matches, like, I want to say from like 2014 to like 2020. It would pop up sporadically in the WWE, like in modern wrestling. And one of the only thing I can think of regarding like his modern wrestling career is him and The Undertaker had one of the worst matches I've ever seen in my life. And The Undertaker got a concussion during it because Goldberg is not a great wrestler.
But he is a good Santa.
He's a great Santa, though.
Santa.
It's Santa's sleigh.
Or was he Satan because
I was just about to say I have a clip for you guys because this is how this movie got made.
I haven't seen this clip, but can I guess before we see it?
Go for it.
This is going to be so cool. If you rearrange Satan's letters, it says Santa.
I was playing around with looking at the word Santa. I was like, man, if you just flip a few letters, you have Satan.
That's the entire.
That's what I said.
That is the entire.
Yeah,
no,
that's
you
what I
said
said.
Satan. No, he was thinking about Santa one day, and he was like, "What if I flip a letter, dude?" And then he wrote. This is not a joke. He wrote the entire movie script while working as an assistant in between takes on Rush Hour 2. The entire fucking script.
That's so incredible. Holy shit.
Dude, this guy is so David Steinman is really interesting. This is also his only movie that he's ever like directed, written, whatever.
Give this guy $1 billion.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I want to see him make more movies because he is so fucking strange.
He's just
like
such a
he
dude.
is so.
There are people where it's like
he's so cool.
I wish there are people where it's like, dude, like they walk, when I worked retail, they'd walk into the Best Buy and they'd tell me all this like family lore with unprompted, and I'm just like, I want to give you like $10 million, make a fucking movie.
Yeah, dude, David Steinman is very lucky because he was like really close to Brett. He's probably still close to Brett Ratner because they are still like doing. I think he's still working on a lot of his movies. That's one reason why he was able to get so much talent at the beginning of the movie, because the beginning of the movie does have
It's pretty loaded up.
like Brett Ratner. What he said was that the beginning of the movie they wanted to pull off a Scream by having a bunch of recognizable faces just die in horrific ways. And I don't know about horrific. It's more like it's like a cartoon.
It's cartoony.
It's cartoony,
Yeah.
and that first sequence of the movie is still probably my favorite.
Fucking- It is because it's so loaded with how funny it is. You got Fran Drescher with one of the funniest laughs I've ever heard. Chris Kattan is there. Rebecca Gayheart. I think what's his name? Is it Sol Rubinek? No, Sol Rubinek is the guy who plays the deli guy.
He's the deli guy, yeah.
Who plays the fucking whatever?
Oh, it's the dad from Elf is in that scene.
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah, the dad
with the
from Elf.
mustache. Yes.
yes.
And he's like, fuck it, I want my fucking meat. I want my fucking meal.
Turkey. Give me my fucking turkey. And then he gets fucking impaled with the turkey knives.
Hungry holiday.
Everything about this intro is like it should be studied for generations to come, and I'm not even fucking kidding.
It's so perfect, but can I ruin some of the mystique wherein like the entire intro, I love it, but it's just because it's literally a Family Guy cutaway gag.
It is.
Remember that time me and Chris Kattan had dinner at his house and it just Family Guy cutaway gag?
But it's funnier than that because it has weight. It has weight and actual characters. Like everybody.
What are you calling Bill Goldberg fat?
No, well, he's big. He's a big.
I just like the way that he enters the scene.
He breaks through the fucking chimney and
Oh,
kicks
it's the chimney
dog.
fucker.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the chimney
I've seen
fucker?
the chimney fucker.
I love the chimney fucker. It's Bill Goldberg this year.
You see his like boots on the thing, and you're like, oh, he's gonna like get down. You're gonna see it's Bill Goldberg. But then he just walks clean through the fucking bridge.
It's just such a good fucking scene. You immediately understand the type of movie you're watching, which is slop. Let's be goddamn real. This
slop.
movie it's slop.
But it's a little more clever and funny than you would think for Santa's sleigh. Like, there's Santa with muscles. This is not the only Santa wrestler movie.
Oh no, it is absolutely not. They're like, also weirdly enough, for the longest time, I thought this was one of the WWE Studios movies, but it is absolutely not.
Jingle All the Way had a wrestling Santa in it too, but that might have also been Hulk Hogan.
No, it was Sinbad.
No, Sinbad wasn't the wrestler.
No, no, Big Show was the wrestling.
Big Show, you're right.
I know everything about wrestling.
I'm
Big
gonna
Show.
duck your holes.
He punches the little guy and then he flies. Billy
Yeah.
played a clip
Yeah.
and then play it again and then play it again.
No, I'm not.
It's a
I'm
really
not
good
doing
clip.
that.
I just want to see.
Also, Jingle All the Way 2 has fucking what's his face?
Did you say
What?
Jingle All the Way
All the Way
2?
2? I also heard
Yes.
2.
Did you guys not know about Jingle
No, I
All the Way
knew.
2?
I just
There's
can't
no
believe you bring
2.
it
There's no
up.
fucking 2.
Yes.
Is there?
Larry the
Larry
Cable
the Cable
Guy.
Guy is in
What
it.
the fuck? That makes so much sense.
Yeah, Larry the Cable Guy plays Larry
Honestly,
in Jingle All the Way 2.
Larry the Cable Guy is way better casting than Arnold Schwarzenegger. We were trying to do an everyman.
Yeah.
Jamie, you got to get the karate tournament.
I got to get Turbo Man.
Turbo Man.
I love that movie though. Dude, I love Turbo Man. Good movie. I like it.
Jamie! Jamie! Don't eat the cookies!
Put that cookie down now.
Put that cookie down!
Fuck. Jingle All the Way is another one of those fucking Christmas classics. Honestly, I have like 3 movies that I always watch during Christmas. It's Santa's Sleigh, Jingle All the Way, and Home Alone. And it's on rotation.
I always watch Jingle All the Way, but it's more out of shame, and I don't view it as a classic.
You don't view it as a classic? It is a classic. You gotta get Turbo Man.
I love that movie. I think I prefer to watch Home Alone 4 for Christmas so I can suffer.
Why? Which one is 4? What happens in that one?
They go into the house and then it's like they freaking use technology to get to burglars. Home Alone 3 is, I think, also that way. Can we talk about the insanity of them using a real buffalo because it was cheaper than using a fake buffalo?
Yes. Okay. In this movie, they use a real buffalo.
Have we even said the premise of it? Have we even said what this
Santa
is fucking
evil.
about?
Wait, no. Santa evil.
Santa is evil. No, there's more to that. But can we? Just give me a second. I need to show you guys something insane. When the buffalo is in the air, in the scenes where they're like, "Oh, the buffalo is flying the sleigh," that's a real buffalo that they hung in the air.
They hung it?
They just really
Why?
hung the buffalo in the air.
It is literally in the air. They hired.
I thought they just
ha-
green
no,
screened it.
I'm
or-
speechless.
No, they put the buffalo on cables. They hung it in the air with Bill Goldberg and a sleigh, and they just fucking filmed scenes of Bill Goldberg screaming while the buffalo is like on cables in the air and shitting its pants.
That's
I
incredible.
actually can't believe what you just showed
It was-
me.
I respect this movie more and more.
They said that it was cheaper to do this and hire the Humane Society, like the Humane Society's help. Dude, I can't believe this movie. The shit with the buffalo in this movie is insane.
I just cannot believe the audacity of let's just hang the buffalo up in the
Hang
air.
the buffalo in the air with gold. It's not. It's
you
not
think they'd have to like
super high
sedate it
up.
or something just to like calm it down to hang a buffalo up.
Oh, they gave Bill Goldberg so many buffalo tranquilizers, dude.
Like every behind the scenes clips of the buffalo in the air, it looks like super awkward, and they were pulling. Look,
They were just
I don't know if
fucking
you-
yanking his
they're
legs.
yanking its legs
Oh my
to make it
God.
run. It's so awful.
It looks so
Poor
dangerous.
The Humane Society
The
was there?
Humane Society was there, and they paid the Humane Society.
Like, yeah, this is fine.
And the worst part is, in all of the scenes where the buffalo is flying, you never actually see its legs. So they could have just filmed it
pointless.
on the floor. It's totally pointless. They hung that buffalo for no reason.
I mean, I'm sure that didn't bother the buffalo. Like, we moved its legs around. Like, yeah, it's a buffalo. It'll be
I
fine.
gave him a bunch of buffalo cookies.
The buffalo looks more confused than like upset. It's just kind of looking around at the people pulling its legs. Dude, how the fuck did they manage to even do this to a buffalo? It's so crazy.
You know what's crazy? We use the phrase the thing attacks the thing, but like if you just say buffalo, 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 it's the same thing basically.
Isn't it buffalo, 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 buffalo?
I was just gonna say buffalo, buffalo's buffalo.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
So, Santa, this movie has like a shit ton of lore.
It has a shocking amount of lore
It-
for
it-
being called
it-
Santa's sleigh.
Should have been called Banta's Blade. Because ban.
Oh, fuck off.
It has a shocking amount of lore, and all of it is interesting, but not presented in an interesting way, which is
Well,
unfortunate.
they tried to emulate the like the little stop motion Christmas animation.
They
at one point.
they do, but it's not as heavy. Like the heavy-handed shit where it's like Santa is like this Nordic Satan,
He's
whatever. It's
he's,
so weird.
Him and Jesus Christ are the only virgin births in history in this movie, they say.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
do say that.
Making him an adversary.
Something or whatever about the dudes. Oh, dude, do we actually want to go through the story?
Are we talking about the day of slaying?
Well, it's really simple. It's just he was evil, and then he an angel came down from heaven
and
Yes.
beat him
in
at curling.
in mortal form and said, "Let's play curling," and then it beat him at curling.
And it was a cute little stop motion thing when they curled.
And so there's 1,000 years where he had to be good instead of mean.
I was really surprised by like the genuine stop motion moment in this movie where
Yeah.
it like emulates
Yes.
older Christmas movies, and I was like, I did not think that this schlock
Like
would have that.
Rankin Bass.
Or you think it'd be like super cheap looking, which it
no,
was.
it looks
was-
way
It was
cheaper.
it was like
The mouse
PBS
thing,
levels
like
of
that.
cheap
Yeah.
though, so it's like, oh, I could definitely, if you cut that as its own thing,
Yeah.
I could definitely see that.
It was cheaper than the real thing, but it wasn't like trash.
No,
it
it was-
wasn't like they had like paper.
No, it looks genuine. I mean, most of this movie looks genuine. Like you can obviously tell they were having a stupid amount of fun. Well, most people had a lot of fun. One guy in particular did not have any fun. Dave Thomas, who plays the pastor. What was the fucking name? The pastor Tommen?
The one who goes to the
Timmons?
strip club.
The strip club. Yeah, the strip
The
club
shitty
pastor.
pastor.
So he was I think he was like, his wife and brother were church organists, and they're like
Oh.
they're both noted Canadian composers of church music, and he is also a very, very Christian. I'm going to play 2 clips
oh
of
god.
him talking about the movie.
I am a minister who steals from his congregation, who has a soft spot for strippers, which I think is perfectly fine. Too bad I'm in a movie that wrecks the true meaning of Christmas, but oh well. Gotta make a living, you know?
Oh my god.
Wow, he was
A little
not
defeated.
happy.
He was not happy about being in this movie at all.
It was like, well, I'm getting paid. Well, I'm getting paid. Well, I'm getting paid.
The entire time, in every single behind the scenes, Dave Thomas seems like he is so upset. Every single clip of him talking in positive in the movie is obviously 2 takes spliced in. Like when he's like, "It's perfectly fine." Like it's so obviously taken from something else that he
They
said.
could not get him to praise the movie at gunpoint.
Poor man. Oh no. To be fair, his role was definitely the
One
most
of the rougher ones.
when he starts naming the fucking strippers that died in the fucking fire at the strip club, and he's like, Dixie Normus, and all he does for like a solid 30 seconds is just read dick jokes.
So pray with me, if you will, for the salvation of Crystal Candy, Sierra Rains, Dixie Wrecked, Testickler.
I feel for him.
What about that Bye Bye Man kid being the like a Nephilim, and they never bring that up?
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, because Grandpa in this movie is an angel that decided to fuck.
Weren't there Percy Jackson There were Percy Jackson connections too, I think.
I don't
Right?
think there's a connection, but it is weirdly close with the Nephilims and all that. Because Grandpa and Grandma. Wait. If Grandpa's the angel,
Mhm.
that means Douglas Smith's father or mother is the Nephilim.
Oh, true.
That
Yeah.
makes him a demi Nephilim. At that point, do you even have anything going on?
Like a fucking nepotism.
Yeah. Also, where the fuck are his parents? Are they dead? Did they mention anything?
I don't
about
think
that?
I don't think they
about
say
his
anything.
family.
There's just kind of a grandpa, and he lives with him, and he gets fucking
he's a
carpet
kooky
bombed by
little
him.
Inventor.
Yeah, he just always farts on him.
I love that Grandpa's an inventor, but I really wish they had gone whole hog with the inventor like
He
shtick.
doesn't. Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel like they
eventually-
play around with it a little bit, but it's never like an incredible amount of crazy shit. It's like, I made this can that farts or something.
It's a
like,
machine that turns the pages of this book automatically.
Oh, I'm so quirky.
Nutcracker shoot the gun, you'll hit your eye out.
The Nutcracker scene was pretty crazy.
I don't even remember what happens with the
He
nutcracker.
gives him the
thing. Doesn't
nutcracker and he
just
fires it and it fucking impales Santa partially.
Oh, it does. One thing I would like in this movie is if the deaths were a bit goofier. Like, the deaths are really simple for the most part.
Like the initial, when Santa shows up at the dinner scene in the beginning, which
It's
if anyone's
fucking
seen Santa's
crazy.
Sleigh, it's that. Most people, those are like the silliest deaths too. There's like the eggnog drowning, he like kicks the dog into the ceiling fan.
Tree star shuriken.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
the tree star shuriken.
Wait, there's the attack of the town
and,
in
and
Sleigh,
the
too.
entire time, the shittiest puns you've ever heard. Just one after the other. It's awesome. But then the rest of the kills in the movie are like really simple. A lot of people die from just like
Getting the shit kicked out of him.
wrestling moves. Yeah.
Well, the deli scene I think was also pretty good, but I also feel like I got tricked in the deli scene.
You thought you got tricked?
No, I feel like I got tricked because they show the meat slicer very obviously, and I was
yeah,
like, oh, something
yeah.
fucked up's gonna happen, and it's just, and then Bill Goldberg literally spears the
You're
deli
right.
guy through the counter.
And then pins him to the wall with a menorah.
Yeah, well, he literally does the Goldberg spear through the glass counter, and then
Yeah,
fucking
and that
like
shit is fucking
stabs
sick.
him with a menorah.
It's so funny because you think he's just gonna like walk around and then he just fucking bolts it through the glass. It's fucking sick. I love the deli. I think the deli is a fun little spot. I like the old woman at the beginning. The more things change, the more they stay the same. It's fucking Merry Christmas, not the Happy Holidays.
Oh, when
Fuck
the old
you.
lady looked directly at the
Yeah.
deli guy and said, "How many liberals does it take to change a lager bulb?"
She does not
She
say
says that. It's
She said
insane.
verbatim.
She said that verbatim, just like the Joker.
Does she?
She says something. She says something similar.
Dude, you almost got me. You almost got me for a second. I was like, "Are you serious?" Did
No,
she?
remember
Maybe I'm-
she gets mad
Fuck.
at the
None of this happy holiday shit.
yeah, she gets mad at the owner of the deli because he's Jewish,
Yeah.
so he says Happy Holidays to her. And she's like, "Say Merry Christmas, it's Christmas," and then I think she calls him a slur.
No, he just says Merry Christmas, Mrs. Whatever, and then she's like, Merry Christmas to you too, and fuck you.
Oh, and then he called the girl a whore when she walked out.
And then she gets ran off the road.
Santa flips her car over and it blows up.
That girl, fucking Remember Me. She, I don't know her name. Her name's Remember Me. Remember Me is the way she plays her. Like, she's so dumb, and her her family situation is fucking weird as hell. With her dad like owning rocket launchers and shit. The rocket launcher is the thing that saves Christmas too.
Rocket launcher being the thing that saves Christmas, but not really because Santa's just pulling a fake out.
You remember
Yeah.
Yeah.
towards the end of the movie when we were like power scaling our Santa action movie Santas?
Oh yeah, David Harbour, like Mel Gibson, Goldberg.
In the middle of us talking about it, Santa Claus shoots a fireball out of his mouth.
the Goldberg blast.
In this movie, Santa Claus just has a magic missile. He just
has
has
a-
magic
he ha-
missile.
He uses
He's
it
literally
like twice
Napa.
the whole movie, and they never
He shoots
say
a
anything
beam
about
out
it.
of his mouth twice.
Fucking
They don't bring it up at the beginning. It's only at like the ending school scene before they get to the gym for the final curling showdown, and he just Biden blast. It's like, what are you doing?
He just goes, "Rah!" and then he just like spits out fucking magic missiles. It's fucking crazy.
Now I understand why Toriyama wrote Nappa the way that he did. Nappa is literally just Bill Goldberg.
Dude, Bill Goldberg is kind of overpowered in this movie. I don't know. Dude, the only thing that can stop him is curling and
it
a
doesn't
rocket
even
launcher.
stop him. It
doesn't even
doesn't even stop him.
Because he cheats. Like, I don't know. Like, you'd think that they're playing a divine game. He cheats and nothing happens.
Well, I think what happened, I don't think they explain it, but I think they like hint at it.
He goes
is
to
like
hell.
well, they're like, oh, he's weak now or he's vulnerable now is the bit.
Is that what that
I think they
was?
intone that at the end, that he's like vulnerable now, which is why he like does the switcheroo at the very end with the priest Santa instead of himself.
He does do that, that's right.
And I think that's why, is maybe because the consequences of cheating at a divine game, he like loses power or something. But also, I mean, this is Santa's Slay, so they don't need to explain it. They're just like, Bill Goldberg's at an airport now.
This movie has one of the worst endings.
He's just at an
I
airport.
forgot how bad the ending is. Yeah, he's just going to Florida or Hawaii. Well, which was it?
No, he was going back.
He's
to the
going
North
back to
Pole.
the North
Oh
Pole.
no, that's right.
Yeah, he had to take the plane or the plane
Express
because
something.
that one guy blew up his fucking buffalo reindeer with a bazooka.
That's right. Oh, that's right. Santa isn't the one that gets hurt by the rocket launcher. It's the buffalo.
Yeah, the buffalo gets meat chunked. It gets gibbed.
That's right. It gets gibbed, and then they're like, "Yay, we have a new trophy for our hunting case." Because they have a whole thing about being hunters, and they hunt like exotic wildlife or something.
No, it's literally
know.
30 guys standing in a snowy field with a bunch of guns firing at shot puts and firing at random shit.
And then they run over there like, "Do you want to shoot down a flying buffalo?"
Yeah, the kid immediately was like, "Do you want to hunt one of the most exotic and rare creatures on this fine earth?"
It's a buffalo that can fly.
It's a buffalo that can
And everybody's
fly.
like, "Yeah, sure, I
That's it.
guess."
Yeah, that's
well,
all
don't
they
forget
do.
about like the weird mid 2000s character who has like the voice box who's like,
Yeah, I'll do that. Hell yeah.
They made kind of a funny joke about that though, because he's got like the smoker voice box thing, and he remember he cashed in his rewards for the cigarette things. That's how he got the bazooka for that one guy for Christmas.
Oh, fuck,
that's
you're right. That's why he had a
right.
stoma. Is because he brought in his Marlboro points to the Marlboro man.
Yeah, they gave him a bazooka, and he gave it to somebody for Christmas.
Yeah,
It was
he gave it
Llama.
to
The
dad.
cigarette company was called the Llama Cigarettes.
Yeah.
Llama cigarettes. Yeah.
Because they asked the guy how much the bazooka cost the other guy for Christmas, and he said only a lung.
That's right.
Fun movie. It's silly.
Douglas Smith is on the naughty list, dude. He is such a fucking piece of shit in this. He definitely calls his grandpa a lot of mean things, even though he's an angel. So like, I don't know. But would an angel really just fucking fart?
Well, he has to fart because when his grandson is mean, he has to turn the other cheek. Welcome for that one.
Hooray!
Pretty good one.
Grandpa was also played by fucking Dr. Breen from Half-Life, which
that's right.
yeah. Which is very interesting. I wonder what came first, the Half-Life or the Slay?
Half-Life.
Was it?
It would have been around the same time, 2005
But he
for
was-
Santa's Slay. So production would have been
2004 for
2003 to
Half-Life
4. And yeah, so it would have, well, you got to remember VO would have been recorded probably a year minimum in advance.
Yeah.
So it may be Half-Life before the principal shooting for Santa's Slay.
Perhaps. I have no idea. Either way, that's Dr. Breen.
You've chosen or been chosen to get speared by Bill Goldberg in the big cell. Sorry, Gordon, I have to be careful now. Bill Goldberg's outside and he's trying to get me.
But what makes it work? Is it Goldberg himself? Because he takes such joy in fucking murdering everybody.
He definitely sells
He
it.
really does sell it.
He'd be a great shoot, Santa.
And also how seamlessly he moves between doing his signature wrestling moves and then just murdering.
Yeah.
Like, here's my wrestling turn and then murder.
Brendan question.
Yes.
If you could replace... Sorry, oh shit.
It's the forbidden question.
I'm dying. If you could replace Bill Goldberg with any wrestler, actor, or football player, who would you do?
Ooh, wrestler, and instead of a sleigh, it's a plane.
Money plane.
Money plane.
It's a tough one.
I don't know wrestling, so I'm kind of in a position where I can't.
Or
do
actor.
much.
You say John Cena, Dave
John
Bautista.
Cena.
Think all those
No,
wrestlers turned actors.
Dave Bautista is actually a good actor, though. So I mean, he would probably kill it. But I don't think he wants to do any roles like this because he's like a serious actor now, and he's
I think
really
he would
good
actually
at
be a
it.
scary fucking Santa killer because Dave Bautista would get really fucking into it. He'd be like this feral Santa.
Dave Bautista is a really good option.
How about fucking Mel Gibson?
Fat man.
Wrestler?
No. What? Mel Gibson, The
Oh,
Passion
yeah.
of the Christ. He was in Fat Man.
Yeah.
And
he
that
already
movie
has-
rocks.
And he wasn't even a villainous Santa in that one. He was just Santa.
Yeah, he has no issue playing. He has no issue playing the bad guy in real life. So I'm sure he could be amazing in fucking Santa's Slay.
Stand your ground, Santa and Fat Man. That's what he was.
Yeah.
And I won't back down.
The movie has so many incredible cuts, though. Just like, oh, it's the joy that keeps him young. And then immediately cuts him beating the shit out of a heavy bag. Or the first shot of Santa is just Mel Gibson holding a gun pointed at the camera.
Can you imagine it? From Passion of the Christ to Fat Man to Passion of the Christ to the Christening.
All right, there's a Passion 2 coming, isn't there?
Yeah, it's supposed to come out 2025, I think.
It's called The Rapture.
Look forward to that, fellas. We're definitely going to make a Pondering Spooky Tapes on Passion of the Christ.
My favorite part of Passion of the Christ is when Jesus gets the iPad.
I'm not even kidding. I think that's a horror movie. You remember the little leper kids?
Wait, there's scary parts in Passion. It was made to be scary.
It's
I've
like a
never seen
horror
that
movie. Oh, it's really scary.
It's sort of like watch Jesus be tortured for a while.
Yeah, it's part of the torture porn subgenre.
All I remember about that movie is it was one of the very last movies where, remember the gimmick for like horror movies in like the 70s and 80s? And then, I don't know, it wrapped into the 90s a little bit where they would interview people leaving the theater.
Yeah.
Oh,
Passion is like the last thing I remember is like a news interview. This is I think one of the last movies I remember people being interviewed while leaving the movies. And everybody was like crying and like, this is so crazy that Jesus did this.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, they got the most Christian people imaginable to like talk about Passion of the Christ.
So it's like people whose families like, oh yeah, like we're super like it could be like Jehovah's Witness. We're super devout and don't like consume any violent media. And now we're going to Passion of the Christ. It's the most fucking horrendous shit we've ever seen.
Of course, I mean, even as people who watch a lot of horror movies, Passion of the Christ is like crazy violent. It is so
You
gross.
know, speaking of crazy violent and speaking of Santa's sleigh, do we want to talk about the fucking serendipity of this kid getting like a clock from the deli guy as a present, and then him being like, it's Christmas. Christmas ends in 2 hours in what is it, Greenland?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Greenwich time.
In Greenwich time, and Santa's just like, Christmas ends when I say it ends, you fucking idiot.
He's like, I don't give a fuck.
No, he like,
Dude,
cuts a wrestling promo to be
he does.
North Pole is where all the time zones converge.
Oh, he does say the North Pole is where all the time zones converge. I say when Christmas ends.
There's no time zone in the North Pole, and there's no time. The North Pole has no time. It's like out of time and space because Santa decides. What a fucking dude! What a terrible. Why is that even a plot point?
I'm glad that
really
guy
funny.
got cursed to deliver gifts for 1,000 years.
To twist it, so like, haha, they got him. And he goes, no, I decided when it's over.
It's really funny, but also like a lot of this movie revolves around that stupid fucking clock, and then at the end, Bill Goldberg's like,
matter.
"Shut up, dumbass."
And then he shoots another
They don't
fireball
even
at
have
him.
He does shoot it.
he Goldberg blast.
His famous Goldberg blast. Damn, I can't believe we watched so many movies on this show with beam attacks.
How many?
Yeah.
Every movie we've watched on this show has had a beam attack.
Gorgo did not have a beam attack.
Gorgo did not.
You're fucking forgetting. Steel beam attack.
That's right. Let's see.
Bring up Frostbiter, call that a bean attack.
Yeah. Did Malignant have a beam attack? I fucking
Gabriel
wish.
Blast.
I
He has electricity.
Oh,
he has the
does.
Gabriel
You're right. He has. Oh my god, they all have. Wait. Let's go through. Did the cat have a cat blast and uninvited?
He did. He fired the cat out of him.
You're right. Oh wait. Okay.
There's also the blood explosions.
That's true. Was there a
Bob's
was
Burgers
there
have a beam attack?
technically yes, because wasn't there like construction work at one point? There was construction. There's a construction thing at the end. Yes, because he has to like climb beams, so it's kind of like that.
He does have to climb wooden beams. True.
Yeah, that's true. That's
There's
true.
a beam attack.
There is a beam attack. This is the loosest fucking thing ever. It's like, hey, there's kind of beams.
I think it counts as a beam.
Oh well,
Doesn't meet the criteria of
in
a
the Bob's
beam.
Burgers movie. In the Bob's Burgers movie, there is also the flashlight with the security guards.
No.
And they use a beam attack.
Oh, that's right.
No, just like in Santa's sleigh when he points the flashlight at Santa and he goes, "Oh, I'm Santa Claus, not fucking Dracula."
Not fucking
yeah.
Dracula. And that was such an amazing moment when he does the "I'm not fucking Dracula," because I was just like immediately, I need this Santa on Dead by Daylight now. I don't even play that game, but I
Oh my
need Bill Goldberg
God.
in
That
there.
line.
I want him in just so that we can have a. Is there a beam character in fucking Dead Dead by Daylight? Because now we can have one.
Santa uses his beam attack to put you on the hook. I can't pallet loop this Santa. He keeps using his Goldberg blast.
Oh my god, pallet looping. Shut up. Shut up, Brendan.
You can't pallet loop Chucky because he's too small.
Fuck.
It's kind of hard to do like a
my
likable
God.
serial killer thing too in some movies.
It is.
Like Freddy Krueger pulls it off in some. Leprechaun pulls it off in some.
I also really thought, like, before they did the lore dump, I really did think that this was like, Santa has a reason for killing these people that was just like, you're on the naughty list, you're bad, so I will kill you. And then it's like, actually, Santa's been cursed for 1,000 years to be a good boy. You're a fucking idiot. It's the day of slayings. He kills all.
That's, oh my god, they keep saying Day of Slaying.
The day of slaying.
And
What
they're
is
like
the
everybody
thing?
would
They
have
say it in,
a mass of Christ. A Christ mass.
Yeah, that's the one. They say that shit
like
like
four
four times, and every time they say Christ of Mass, Christ Mass, Mass of Christ, like constantly.
They would have
so annoying.
Back in the day, we would have a Christ mass, and we'd all gather up and pray that evil Santa would go away.
This is such bullshit. Back in the day, they would actually just eat a bunch of fruit out of the big cornucopia until the Christians came and said, hey, your holiday's fucking whack. We're taking it over.
We're cornucopying. How about you copy?
Yeah, how about you cornucope some bitches? I'm like rattling my brain. Oh, you know what was a really good kill that I thought was funny? When that buffalo got big and round off that valet.
I forgot.
Oh, God.
There is a vor kill.
There's
a vor kill, yeah.
He killed and ate it. He was like ripped apart, I would assume, right?
I mean,
Well, they don't show
we only saw the cat, I guess.
he burped out the hat, and I think it looks like a Make America Great Again hat.
His valet MAGA hat, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
he has a valet
valet,
MAGA
yeah.
hat. Oh, it is just a valet card on it, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you think that they were making a political statement like 15 years too early?
They're really saying it. I should never fucking park my own car. They're really saying it.
Dude, also that sleigh was just a car. It just had like meters and a car.
Dials.
Yeah, it had
And, like,
dials
afterburners.
that chase scene where they're on the fucking Ski-Doo and
That was awesome.
fucking
Ski-Doo.
he's
What,
just
in the water.
Skidoo.
Snowmobile.
Sea-Doo or
Ski-Doo? What do you mean?
Sea-Doo is like a jet ski. Is a Ski-Doo like a...
I thought a Ski-Doo was
Oh my god.
I thought
No, a Sea-Doo's a jet ski.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sea-Doo's a jet ski.
Sea-Doo
I thought
is jet
Ski-Doo
ski.
was a jet ski too. I thought it was the same thing.
No, it's a Sea-Doo.
What?
Sea-Doo, because it's on the sea.
I just realized that snowmobiles in Canada, I think a lot of people called them Ski-Doos because of the brand, and I meant snowmobile.
I don't know. I've never seen a snowmobile in my life.
Me
so.
neither. No, that's a lie. I think I've seen some, but I
Some around
haven't.
up there.
I haven't actually got onto one.
Come winter, when it gets really cold.
How much is a fucking
Too much.
Ski-Doo? I'll buy one right now.
Why do you need one? It's, like, we're not going to have snow in a couple of years, dude.
Yeah, but how else are you going to get away from
Yeah,
Santa?
That's
The day
true.
of slayings is
Dude,
coming.
I forgot. She just punches the fucking buffalo in the face.
Just right in the face.
Just right. She fucking clocks that thing. God damn, this movie's awesome. Just go watch it, you fuck. Go watch it. All right.
Happy Hungle Days.
Cool or art.
It's
This
cool.
movie
It's
art or
cool.
cool. It's cool. No, oh, fuck off. You go for it.
What?
What's? I mean, I get you say art. You gotta fucking explain
No, I was
yourself.
saying it's called being facetious.
Oh, facetious.
I love that movie with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah,
Facetious.
John Travolta, Nicolas Cage, and Facetious. Cool movie.
it's a cool movie.
It is a cool movie. I like Face It Off.
Oh, I was talking about Santa
Yeah, no, this
Slay.
movie.
Yeah.
This movie
Might become a yearly rewatch for me.
It is
pretty good.
It is really good. Yeah, no, it's cool. I don't think there's any. I mean, I'm sure you could extrapolate Nordic lore, buffalo.
You know what's
It's
really
basically-
fucked up in this movie? Santa doesn't like fucking put somebody in his sack and then bash them like against the wall and then bash them on the floor.
I like Jason X.
Yeah. He doesn't
yeah, the
like
whole
fucking
He
scene.
did
have
that before Jason X.
he doesn't have somebody like fucking be eaten by his magic sack. All he does is I think he puts the pastor in there once, and then like at the very end of the movie when he's Bill Goldberg in the airport is like, this is my carry-on.
The ending is probably the worst part of the movie because it's so abrupt. Like the very end at the airport. You think there's gonna be like a final bit or something?
He decided the day of slayings was over.
5 minutes, he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, shit's over. I gotta go home.
Yeah. That's
I
it.
gotta go home to Mrs. Claus.
Ever see Mrs. Claus?
You never see Mrs. Claus.
He does
I
mention.
guess that's a sequel hook, maybe.
Oh, do you think they would have done a sequel and Mrs. Claus would have been like Carmen Electra or somebody for the time?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Carmen Electra! Jesus Christ,
Because that was
so
around the time of
fucking accurate.
so it was 2005, right?
Yeah.
Like that wasn't too far off from like Bride of Chucky and shit like that. Because Bride of Chucky would have been like 4 or 5 years before, maybe a little bit more. Where it's like you have the
was
couple at it. Yeah.
Yes, because Seed of Chucky was like, what was it? It was like 2004.
Yeah.
Seed. I think Seed was like before this movie because this is 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's have the power couple come in and start wrecking shit.
Unfortunately for us, this movie never got a sequel because the world was not ready. But now we are. So I mean, hey, Steinman, what are you doing? How old are you? Like fucking, you're probably 40. You have it in you. Come on, write another one. Just write it in between Rush Hour 4 or whatever. Isn't there a new reboot or a fucking Rush Hour supposedly in the works with like, I swear that was a
Probably
thing.
everything's getting rebooted.
Yeah. Rush Hour Returns. Is that it?
Oh.
Yeah, Rush Hour 4 is getting a new fucking... Yeah, so just in between fucking takes of that, just write Santa Slay 2. You'll make us all very happy. We'll give you like... We'll send you like $100 for the budget. And you can use that however you want.
Yeah, because this was a cool movie.
It is a very cool movie.
And it's firmly cool, though I acknowledge there was attempts at art in it. There were cool... They had to, like, the lore... They had little scenes of puppets. They had angel reveal. They had family stuff.
It was basically Devil May Cry for the Christmas generation. What the fuck
They
am
even
I
had-
saying, dude?
They even had Bye Man Kid having relationship stuff going on with his girlfriend.
He's definitely not doing anything anymore, so you could definitely get him back for that sequel.
Fucked up. They had the kid from the Bye Bye Man, but they didn't have the fish sucking the guy's dick from the Bye Bye Man.
Yeah,
Oh.
what's that's hidden somewhere?
Is
Like
there any
Dopfish?
sex in this movie?
They
No.
at the beginning.
Oh,
they're
there. Oh no, wasn't he getting a
lewd.
hand job at the Christmas table?
What
That
job?
was someone else.
maybe-
That wasn't
No, not Bill Goldberg. I'm talking like
not
just in
Bye Man
general.
Kid. That was someone
No,
else.
no.
Yeah, that was someone else.
Yeah, it was like Fran Drescher. I think she and Catan. They were both getting. Who
They're
cares?
getting
dude?
frisky.
Fran Drescher and Chris Catan getting crazy before Santa comes in as the chimney fucker.
Either way, fucking this movie's awesome. Go watch it. This was not voted on Patreon, but the next movie was already voted for PST 2.0 next year in January. Get ready because it's time to happen. It's the happening.
Oh.
What? Genuinely?
Oh no.
Yeah, you guys don't know how much I love that movie. I genuinely fucking adore that movie. It's so bad. It's so dog shit.
Gonna intro
Get
that
ready.
one with "What's happening? The happening." Can't wait.
Yeah.
I
So
love
get
the
ready
shot
for
of the nuclear
that.
power plant putting fucking steam into the air like it's pollution. God damn it, that makes me so mad.
I love the entire dialogue about hot dogs and how cool hot dogs are because of their awesome shape and also mustard in the hot dog.
That's right. That's,
Mwah, beautiful. That's art, baby. That's art. Oh, sorry, that was a spoiler.
it's the most Shyamalan fucking scene.
Fucking is. Oh my god. Either way, that's gonna be the one. If you want to vote on movies, check out our Patreon. If you want the commentary track, it comes with a Patreon subscription for everybody. But also, you can get it. You can get this one for free because it's Christmas. Merry Christmas. You can get Santa's Sleigh commentary track that we put up on our merch store at pleasestopshopping.com. And we'll see you next year. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy
Merry Chrysler.
days.
Happy Honda days.
Happy Honda days, everybody. Well, holy shit. Thanks so much for listening. This episode would not have been possible without the help from our patrons, such as Alan Diver, Art of Vaughan, Bure, Bland But Funny, Boopoo Caffeine Addicted Chemist, Cheese Dreams, Chris Chapman, Christian Van Engen, Dasul Burt, Delling City, Dog Named Bear, Dreams of Ice, DX Studios, Eric Scott Gillies, Ethereal, Generic Phoenix, Handsome Destiny, Hater115, John requires lasagna. Kawaii Boy Toy, Leo the Geotech, Loudon Woodworth, Mr. Shirt, Random Diamonds, Rocco the Raccoon, Smeet Mono, Spherical May, Teague, The Frost Ace, The Snaxolotl, Winnie Rab, and Will9455. Thanks so much for listening, and we hope you have some holly jolly, happy holidays, you fuck.